What is up, Dokkan player? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Blaze here. We are back with another Dokkan battle video. And today, before we start the video, of course, hopefully you're having a very good day today. So today we're going to go ahead and do a top 10 TUR list for the year 2022 for every summonable TUR in the game of Global Dokkan. Now this will be only the characters again that released in 2022. If this was every TUR in the game of Dokkan, this would be a bit different because one character that's definitely missing here is going to be here Ultimate Gohan. But also, again, we are missing some certain characters who are only on JP, which of course are going to be Yamcha, Kid Goku, and I believe there's also one more character which it's not coming to my head right now. But you know, this is only going to focus on global. So we do have every character right here, which is actually pretty interesting because if you actually take a look, we have 14 characters. That means 14 Dokkanfest that actually came out on the global side here, sorry. So this was actually a very busy time if you were a content creator. But we are going to talk here only for the top 10 TURs, so it'll make the video a lot shorter here as well. So at number 10, I also going to have here my honorable mentions as well. But at number 10, I mean, without, you know, a shadow of a doubt, definitely I have your Raditz. Raditz, poor Raditz, it's really not his fault. I feel like Raditz was just a rush character. Because maybe, again, the Dragon Ball superhero movie got leaked, so Raditz was just really there to fill up the gap. He has a pretty interesting leader skill, I would say. It's not the best by far. Pure Saiyans and Space Dragon Warriors is a very good category, but the Saiyan Saga and Space Dragon Warriors is a big no-no. The Saiyan Saga category, unfortunately, just got no love. Hopefully they revamp this because this is a very bad category. There's really not that many good characters. We only have your Version Z Goku. We have Kalken Goku, who's very good. You're biggest fraud ever. Nappa is okay. You know, depending how much HP you have at the start of turn, he can look really good. If not, he looks very mid. And again, Raj is just not the greatest here as well. You're also very bad. Hopefully your easy is going to fix you up. And really, that's about it for the Saiyan Saga. So right now on Global, it's just one of the worst categories by far. So having this with Space Dragon Warriors is just not the greatest. And that's why we have Raditz at number 10. Raditz as well is just not, you know, his attack stat is not the greatest as well. Because at fully rainbow, it's roughly around like 5 million, even maybe 6 million. Because he does have this gimmick here as well, based on the opponent's HP. But it's just, I find it not that relevant. He does do an AoE, but even for an AoE, like, this guy is not useful at all. I would say, in my opinion, when it comes to World Tournament, because people are still using Broly. So again, Raj is just not that viable. And on top of that, he also gets this really weird mechanic where he gets Ki +2 only if you actually deliver the final blow. This I was able to get because most of the time you are having Raditz as a floater. But this is not a game changer. Ki +2 for the rest of battle for this character means absolutely nothing, since he's not a very hard-hitting unit. And on top of that, it does say here that he does get extra defense as well, 150% defense when facing 2 or more enemies. But this guy is just still a very glass cannon. If you take him into Extreme Super Battle Road, Raj just gets cooked. He's just not a very viable unit. He does have an active skill, which I guess is pretty good. It does stun the enemy as well, so pretty good for Super Battle Road. But again, it's just a feather of attack because it doesn't do that much damage. And really, unfortunately, Raj just did not get a very good design. And which is weird because this is a character that give Goku and Piccolo trouble. And now, you know, in 2022, Raj is just not a very runnable unit. Well, I wouldn't say runnable because his defense is actually pretty good after he super attacks, but it's just not someone you want to rely on when you're doing difficult content. Unless you have no choice, of course, right? Because again, he is a leader for Pure Saiyan, so you are able to bring like the 7th Anniversary Gods, Kalken Goku. You are able to bring some very powerful Pure Saiyans. So this guy is going to be pretty good with his leader skill, but as a character himself, like, I would probably say, looking at our tier list, like, characters like Goku or even Kid Buu could maybe take his place. Because these guys are still very powerful. Especially Goku, because Goku, once you actually turn to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he still can do a lot of damage and has some good defense, depending on the RNG if you get multiple super attacks. because he does greatly raise defense. Sorry, he does raise defense for 1 turn here, sorry. But he's also able to stun the enemy as well. And then, of course, the same thing here for Kid Buu as well. It's just right now, Kid Buu does not have a very good linking partner, but he does have access to the 200% leader skill. Goku has multiple categories where he is part of the 200% leader skill as well. So really, to be honest, I think there's a solid argument that Goku can actually be put in Raditz's spot. But for now, I would say Raditz's leader skill is kind of saving him. So we're going to leave Raditz right about here. And Kid Buu, right now Kid Buu just needs a very good link skill partner. But he's still a very, I would say he's almost an honorable mention character. But I guess my honorable mention character is going to be Super Saiyan 2 / Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So that's what we have here at number 10. At number 9, again, this is another unfortunate character. This is going to be here the Goku / Vegeta. They're definitely going to be at number 9. The reason why is because this character just came out way too late. Came out, November 4, 2022, just before the Gammas. And really, this character, I just don't really like their design. Vegeta is actually a pretty good defensive unit, but again, you do have to rely on getting 3 Rainbow Key Spheres, which sometimes can be an issue, depending on the RNG, but I just never really found this character very exciting. Goku can triple super, which is pretty good, because he does have a high chance of super attacking the first 3 turns. But again, defensively, this guy is just not the greatest here as well. He does get your attack and defense with a plus 25% with each attack performed up to 100%. So again, for the first 3 turns, he's still able to get this very quickly while stacking attack. But I just feel like overall, this character is just not very reliable compared to the other units. And also, I would say their leader skill is also not the greatest, I would say. Realm of Gods is definitely very good, but Mastered Evolution and Pure Saiyans, that's just not a very good mixture. Let's actually take a look here at the Mastered Evolution, which is going to be right about here. Mastered Evolution definitely has some good cards, but definitely we need some cards that need an EZA for sure. Like this Gohan needs an EZA, this Vegeta needs an EZA, this Goku needs an EZA. And the weird thing about it is that you also have the Frieza cards, but the Frieza cards are not going to link up very well with this character either, because they're a Saiyan character with Saiyan links. So again, it's just a very wonky category for the time being. So really, again, this character is just unfortunately just came at the wrong time. If this was a character that first came out in beginning of 2022, they would be, probably, a lot higher maybe. But it's just right now, these characters are just not really the greatest, I would say. But they're still pretty decent. But they'll definitely make it in spot number 9 on this list. So for number 8, I believe I have your Perfect Form Cell, or AGL Cell. AGL Cell, unfortunately, this guy is really good. But it's just right now the meta is kind of focused on the Ultimate Red Zone and also the Cell Max event. First Form Cell and Second Form Cell are gods when it comes to Super Battle Road, but when you bring them into an event like the Cell Max event or Ultimate Red Zone, these are usually very short and tough events where you actually don't have that many turns to actually set your characters up. And these guys definitely fall short when you actually bring them into tough, difficult content. Now, one thing here as well is that Perfect Form Cell is also really powerful and very, very good. But the only issue with all 3 forms of this character is that they don't have a very good slot 1 character or partner. Until maybe maybe LR Incel gets his EZA, that could be up for discussion. But all 3 forms are gonna be a slot 2 character because they do get a lion's share of the defense after they super attack. So again, Perfect Form Cell is actually good because he does have here a 35% chance, so you could put him in slot 1, and he could dodge and then does a super attack and then gets again all this defense, right? But it's just that right now Cell does not have a good linking partner, and it also takes you way too long, depending on the event that you're doing, to actually get to this form for AGL Cell. So again, I do like this character. I do like the trying to be different with the other characters, but just right now, it's just they need a very good slot 1 character which they are lacking. They do have a very powerful leader skill. I do like it. It is the Android slash Cell Saga or Power Absorption, which I think is very good. And they also do raise attack here as well in their super attack, which is a stacking mechanic. It just, again, right now they're just missing a good slot line character on their team or for this character while sharing all these links here as well. So hopefully Cell, the LR Cell, does get his EZA so that this character can like actually be higher on the list. But for right now, I would say that these guys are definitely going to be here at number 8. I will say that he does have a very good giant form. Or I'm not sure you want to call it giant form, but it's one of the good forms in Dokkan because it does do guaranteed crits, and you also get your ki +2 as well. So Cell is definitely a very powerful character, but right now he's just lacking a very good partner. So that's why I'm going to put him here at number 8. At number 7, I am going to go ahead and put here Dokkanfest Pan. Pan is actually really good. The only problem is that I don't know if Dokkan did it on purpose, but I just feel like Pan is going to be a super attack magnet where Pan does have the 50% damage reduction, but the only issue is that's only in slot 1. After she attacks, if she gets supered, she is going to take a lot of damage, which is really annoying to be honest, because again, no matter where you put Pan, I just feel like the game knows that they need to super attack her after she attacks. So I just found that Pan is just not that reliable right now until we get Kid Goku from Movie Heroes. And also one thing that does hold back this Pan is that she's actually very reliant on GT characters for Trunks, Goku, or Giru. Giru right now is a free-to-play character, which is not the greatest, I would say. We do have a good Trunks slash Giru card, who are pretty good. They do provide support to Pan, but outside of that, if you don't have a Goku or Trunks or Giru, Pan will not look the greatest. She does stack attack on all 3 of her attacks because she has 3 different unit super attacks and then she has her regular super attack. But if you do have Giru, Trunks, or Goku, she will greatly raise attack, and then depending on the character, she has different chances of stunning the enemy, where Goku is the best one because she has a 70% chance to stun, which of course is very good for Super Battle Road. But the only thing is that it has to be specifically a GT Goku. So if you have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, it will not trigger her unit super attack. However, if you do have a Goku that's part of GT Heroes, you are able to activate her active skill, which is actually a very powerful active skill because depending on how many stacks you are getting with her super attack, again, she does stack attack, so this will affect the active skill for this character. So Pan is still really good, but right now she's just very limited to GT Heroes specifically, where GT Heroes right now is not very strong as it used to be before. So that's why, for that reason, I am going to put Pan here at number 7. But again, for some reason, decide to only give her damage reduction in slot 1, which is just very dumb in my opinion. But I guess it is what it is here. So Pan is over here at number 7. Number 6, we are about almost halfway. I am going to put here Goku slash Gohan. Goku slash Gohan, the reason why I put them at number 6 is because these guys are actually very annoying to use, where they just have too many gimmicks, right, to be great. First things first is that Goku, especially if you're running 2 of them as a leader, is just not very great, because these guys also get a line share of the defense after they super attack, and they only get a high chance to do they only get here a high chance to dodge if they perform a super attack, which I found to be not consistent either as well. I believe if this character only had a 50% chance to dodge without the super attack mechanic, then that would be really good, but this requires you to actually do a super attack first, so you really can't even put them in slot number 1. But this character is still really good because they do have a high chance to stun the enemy, which is very good for Super Battle Road. And of course, if you are able to get their super attack, they also have a 50% chance to dodge as well later on, which could be helpful, can be definitely helpful. They have a very good leader skill. It's going to be Super Saiyans or Goku's family. And if you're part of the Android slash Cell Saga, you'll get the extra 30% as well. So this Goku definitely is pretty good. You also do get extra attack and defense with each dodge that you do perform up to 59%. But again, this is just a very annoying character. And on top of that, when you actually get your 3 super attacks, you can finally transform to Gohan. But even this Gohan, when he comes out, you still require to build him up, which I believe he needs to get here 6 attacks in total to get his permanent guard and that extra defense as well. He does have a very good nullification where he is able to counter a Ki Blast, but it's just, you know, getting this character is just not that easy because Goku, right, does not perform an additional super attack. So really you have to rely on the hidden potential system to get this character out in like turn 5 minimum if you're lucky. So again, it's just this character, once he's fully built up, he's like a god, but in the process it could get you killed, and it's just, again, just very annoying. But overall, this character is still a very strong character. I would definitely put them above Pan and also as well as Cell, so I will put them at number 6. But again, this character I just found overall just very annoying to use, so for now they are to be here at number 6. So now we come here to the top 5 characters. Number 5, I have here the androids. Oh, really? Okay. Yes, I do have the androids here. I do believe that, you know, once before, these guys were super strong. The only issue is that now with the newest meta or the newest bosses, these guys are still very effective, but the real thing that was actually good about this character is that they were able to nullify Ki Blast attacks. But now with like the Cell Max event and Metal Core Cooler, you actually no longer have this mechanic. But you still have a very you have a very good Ghost Usher effect. And also one thing as well is that it also depends on RNG on how many tech key spheres you're going to get as well. If you can get like a whole field of tech key spheres, they do get attack and defense plus 35%, so these guys can look really good offensively and defensively as well. But this is all based on RNG. But they're still definitely a top 5 character in the game of Dokkan just because of what they bring to the table. I guess the only thing that does hold them back on the global side is their leader skill, which is Worldwide Chaos or Future Saga. Worldwide Chaos is just not a very good leader skill for this character because they don't really link with the other characters in the Worldwide Chaos. But overall, I would say that the androids are still really good. As long as you're able to bring them into an event where it's Ki Blast, then these guys are going to look like an absolute god. They actually have a very good linking partner. Let's actually go here to the androids, where it's actually going to be here Dr. Gero and also Android 19. But again, they're also going to be on the same kind of limitations as a character, where they're only going to be very good if you're able to face a boss with a Ki Blast mechanic. They're definitely very good against the Cell Max event. You can definitely bring the both characters into the Cell Max event, because again, they do have a Ghost Usher, and then they can also tank as well the Cell Max event while providing support to these guys right here. But that's, you know, again, still a very much RNG run, I would say, because trying to do the Android category against Cell Max event is actually not that easy. It is doable, it's just you need some RNG to beat the boss, which is crazy. So, but overall, they're also provide 40%. They're very good defensively, and they also as well heal up as well. And these guys, if your HP is also below 35% as well, you also could triple super. So I would say definitely, like, even though they're not a 200% leader skill character, they're still definitely a very powerful character in 2022. So I will put here the androids at number 5 with the new bosses that came out, because when it was just Omega Shenron and Broly for the Ultimate Red Zones, these guys were like easily top 3. But now that we have the Cell Max event and also Metal Core Cooler, you know, there's just better characters for that event. So I will put them here at number 5, which is still a very good spot overall. So that's gonna be number 5. Number 4, okay, number 4 and number 3 are gonna be pretty interesting. So right now, number 4, number 3 is kind of a battle between Captain Ginyu and Majin Vegeta. But I think I will give it to Majin Vegeta. Majin Vegeta is actually a really good character, specifically even for Super Battle, and also especially for the new Dokkanfest LR Trunks and Vegeta, which are now available on Global. This Vegeta just becomes a lot better. He gets here his 50% damage reduction because he gets 30% damage reduction for the rest of the turn when there's a Trunks on your team. And because we have the Vegeta Trunks, this is just very easy to get. And then if you actually provide him 6 or more key spheres, he gets actually the he actually gets the extra 20% damage reduction. Vegeta is he's not a hard hitter, but defensively he is someone that's very consistent that you can rely on. Now that we have the LR Trunks and Vegeta. But even if you actually don't have them, if you actually bring him to Super Battle Road, like the Vegeta's Family Extreme Super Battle Road, he is like almost a must run because he's that reliable. Overall, I do like this Vegeta. He has a very good active skill here as well, which makes sense. Requires you to actually get attacked 6 or more times, but it's not that hard to get since he's most likely going to be a slot 1 character with his damage reduction. The only thing that sucks about this character is that he does not hit that hard, but if your HP is below 88%, he does get that extra attack, which I believe is 50%. Let me see here. No, sorry, attack plus 88% when your HP is below 88%. He is also an orb changer as well, which is pretty good. But, you know, in today's meta, defense is definitely much more valuable compared to attack stats. So, I just found that Majin Vegeta is just much more consistent now. And overall, he's still a very strong character. So, I would put him here against number 4. Maybe you can say maybe the androids are better than Majin Vegeta, but with all the bosses out right now, Vegeta is just much more consistent compared to the androids, in my opinion. But you can definitely make the argument that the androids are better than Vegeta, but for now, I am going to put here Vegeta as number 4. So number 3, we do have your Captain Ginyu. That was my choice, and one of the reasons why is because he's actually the leader for Terrifying Conquerors and Space Traveling Warriors for the extra 30%, and that category has just got so many buffs. We have your, of course, LR STR Cooler. Now, they don't really link up together, but that's the reason why I gave Captain Ginyu over Majin Vegeta, is that you are able to bring here LR STR Cooler and leave Captain Ginyu as a floater as well. This category is just really ridiculous. You also have Metal Core Cooler as well, who's also pretty good. You have Full Power Frieza. You have EZA Bojack as well. You also have the LR EZAs for both the Ginyus right here, which are free to play. And overall, Captain Ginyu's team is still very powerful. You know, he's actually able to beat the Cell Max Event mission for Special Pose. It does take some RNG, but you are able to get it done as well. And I guess his only weakness is going to be the Metal Core Cooler event, but even to that, if you're able to bring Terrifying Conquerors, you can bring STR Cooler. So really, Captain Ginyu is still very good. He can triple super, he stacks defense, he's super effective. As long as you're a full Ginyu Force team here as well. He's also a support type unit for the Ginyu Force allies, provides attack and defense plus 30%. And then you also could transfer him to Ginyu Goku as well. I haven't really used this type of exchange, but it's still very good. He does hit really hard, he stacks attack at this phase, but overall Captain Ginyu is still really good to like beat difficult content. You can pretty much know how to run every single content in Dokkan using Captain Ginyu as a leader. So Captain Ginyu, I would say, is definitely going to be number 3 in my choice for global. Just because, again, he's still very consistent and very reliable as well. Then, of course, we have spot number 1, number 2. I mean, no surprise, we have the GOATs. We have Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. Not much really to talk about. They have like the best leader skill in Dokkan, which is Movie Heroes. Now that we have Orange Piccolo and Beastless Gohan or Ultimate Gohan. Just Gamma 1 is just much more better than Gamma 2 because he's much more consistent with defense and the guard ability. And then Gamma 2 is just a powerhouse. Really, there's not much I can say about these guys. They're just really that good. They're also actually on the level as L-Large as well, which I would say in my opinion, but like this is without a shadow of doubt, this is to me basically their spot in the game of Dokkan. So that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully the video was not too long. 24 minutes, that's actually not that bad, but this is every summonable TUR in the game of Dokkan for Global 2022. These are going to be the top 10 characters. Again, I could probably say Raditz is better. I mean, Goku is better than Raditz, so we can actually maybe see a switch here, but I'll leave Raditz's spot at number 10, but I guess my honorable mention is going to be Super Saiyan 2/Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Trunks, I just never really liked this character, his design. It's just a worse version of Super Saiyan 2 / Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Kid Buu unfortunately needs a good linking partner for like his leader skill. And then we have Super Vegeta, which, you know, has aged out. But yeah, this will be my top 10 characters for 2022. Let me know if you guys agreed. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button. Sub for more videos, come down below. And hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.